Hello, this is Jo from Maths Tutor Me. Today I'm going to be teaching you some decimals and we're going to be looking at the multiplication and division by powers of 10. So what that means is basically we're going to be moving our decimal point towards the right if we're multiplying by factors of 10, or to the left if we are dividing by 10, powers of 10. So let me show you with example number 1. We want to mentally calculate, so we're not using any calculators here. Mentally calculate each of the following. 7 times 100. Well, that one you might be able to tell me straight away. 7 lots of 100 is 700. Okay. Let's also have another explanation of that though. 7 is the same as having a decimal point here, 7.0. And if I multiply that by 100, I have 2 zeros, so I have to go over 2 places, putting 2 zeros in here to get the 700. Okay, not really needed for this question, but you'll see what I'm talking about when we go down for the next question. This number here, 2.9132, we're multiplying that by 1,000. Now 1,000, we have 3 zeros here. Okay, that means my decimal point is here at the moment. If I am multiplying, okay, I want to move the decimal point that direction, making the number bigger, because that makes 29 and 291. Every time I move it, I'm making that number bigger. Okay, so I need to move it 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to come down here between the 3 and the 2, making the answer 2913.2. Okay, let's do it again for C. I need to multiply this number by 1,000. Again, I have 3 zeros. Okay, but I only have one number that I can jump. So from here, I jump over 1. That's one of my zeros taken care of. If there's no more numbers to jump over, you add extra zeros in. So 414, the 6 was 1 jump, 2, 3 jumps. So 14,600 is the answer. To multiply by 10, I only have 1 zero, so I'm going to jump 1 spot to the right, putting it here, putting the decimal point in there. So it'll become 0.019. Let's just cut 1 0 out from in between there. Okay, that was the multiplying. Now we want to divide. When we divide by factors of 10, when we have lots of zeros here, we're going to be making our numbers smaller. So we need to move the decimal point to the left. Okay, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So I need to move the decimal point 4 places to the left. Now, you might be saying there is no decimal place there at all. That's when you need to put an imaginary decimal place here at the end. Okay, and then go from there. So let's go 4 places from the end. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll put it between the 3 and the 8. So 3.8. Now we could write 0, 0, 0, but there's no point writing zeros after a decimal point because it doesn't give it any value, does it? So 3.8. So if it's after a decimal point, the zeros, if they're just zeros down here, we don't need to write them. Part B, we're dividing by 100. We have 2 zeros. So my decimal point is here. I jump back 2 places. 1, 2. So it's going to make it 25.91. I do have to write all these because none of the numbers are 0. They're all non-zero numbers. So I write them all down afterwards. C, 21.5 divided by 1,000. I have 3 zeros here. I need to go back to the left 3 places. But there's only 2 places, 2 numbers that I can jump. So I need to jump another spot here, which means I need to put a 0 in there. Okay, my decimal point comes down here, making my answer 0.021. So I put the 0 in here, but we don't ever write just 0.02, which is why I put another 0 in front there as well. I'm going to have to do the same kind of thing here for this one. I might write it underneath because that D there gets in the way. If I want to divide 4 by 1,000, I need to jump back 3 places. So my decimal point would be here at the end at the moment. I need to jump back 1. Let's put a few zeros down here. 2, 3. Okay, so it needs to go there, and I'm going to put another 0 in front of it as well. So my answer is 0.004. All right, let's look at the wordy question. Number 3, on a house plan, everything is 100 times bigger than indicated on the diagram. If a bedroom is 65 millimeters long on the plan, how long is it in real life in meters? Okay, so the question said everything is 100 times bigger in real life. Okay, so if it's 65 millimeters long on the plan, on the map that they have of it, I would need to make that 100 times bigger. Multiplying by 100, back to this one, we want to move the decimal point to the right. The decimal point would be here at the end, so I'm going to have to be adding on zeros. So it would be 6500. But that's not the answer because that would be in millimeters. Okay, because this measurement was in millimeters, my answer will be in millimeters. But the question actually says, how long is it in meters? So now I need to convert from millimeters into meters. Well, let's do it one step at a time. First of all, there's a unit in between millimeters and meters, which is centimeters. To change from millimeters to centimeters, you need to divide by 10 because there is 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter. So if I divide this by 10, I come back 1 0, which makes 650 centimeters. But I still need to get to meters. So there is 100 centimeters in 1 meter. So now I need to divide that by 100 to get it to meters. 2 zeros means I need to go back 2 places, which goes 1, 2, goes in here. 6.5 meters. All right, so that is the answer. 65 millimeters on the plan is actually a 6.5 meter long room. Time for you to try. Okay, so here is some questions just like the ones I've shown you. I have an extra time sign in there, so just ignore that. Okay, so pause the video for a second and try all these questions and then restart to see the answers. So for question 1, we want to multiply this by 10,000. So we have 4 zeros. So from the end here, because the decimal point would be here, I just need to add on 4 zeros. 3, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Multiplying by 100, 2 zeros, I jump 2 places over. We'll make that 465.7. 0.04 times 1,000, 3 zeros. So 1, 2, I can jump, and then I will need to add a 0 there, making that 40. Dividing now by 100, I need to go to the left 2 places, 2 zeros here. So from the end, I come back 1, 2, which will get rid of those to make it 530. Dividing by 1,000, 3 zeros. I need to go back 1, 2, and then I'm going to have to put a 0 there to do my third one. My decimal point will go here. So it will be 0.02743. Don't forget those extra ones at the end. F, dividing by 10, this is 1 jump backwards, goes to there, so 3.01. And wordy question at the end. $572.40 is to be shared equally between 10 people. How much will each receive? If we are sharing between people, that means we are dividing. So $572.40 is divided by 10 people, which means we need to move the decimal point back one place, back here, making it $57.24. Hopefully you got all of those answers. Keep practicing and join me again next time. Bye.